Howdy folks, Jay here. Welcome to 101 Scientific Proofs of Bullshit. Let's jump right into it, shall we? Claim number 3, it says that the Bible specifies the dimensions for a perfect water vessel about 2,500 years before the Common Era. That's supposed to be a divine revelation. Look at the link over there underneath the Scientific Facts website that shows that both were found in the sands of Abydos in an archaeological dig, and they've been carbon dated to about 3,000 years before the Common Era. I don't think it was divine revelation. I think it was known already before that. Okay. Number 14. It says that our bodies are made from the dust and the ground in Genesis 2 verse 7 and Genesis 3 verse 19. Scientists have discovered that the human body is comprised of some 28 base and trace elements, all of which are found in the earth. No kidding? Our bodies consist of things from the earth? Really? How do you think biblical writers knew this? Well, gee, at the time, biblical writers had no clue that there was anything but the earth or water on it. So it's either that or else the magic. And we don't have magic in us, so there we go. It was a reasonable assumption. That's kind of stupid. Okay. Number 18. Assuming a spherical earth. In Isaiah chapter 40 verse 22. Now that scripture actually says that it's a circle, not a sphere. Now let's see if I can take a look at here. The original Hebrew, CHWG, which means circle. That's the word that is used in that particular scripture. Now, let's see, DWR, or DUWR, which means sphere, that was never used anywhere in the Bible. So the authors in that clearly meant circle. They had a word for sphere, but they chose not to use it. So they didn't assume that it was a spherical earth. Bullshit. Okay. Let's see. Oh, they're on number 19. They describe a spherical earth rotating by saying that in that scripture the mention is referring to the day of the Lord. In modern terms, it would be the rapture. In the scripture listed, it says specifically that during that night, one man would be plucked from bed and the others left. Note the key words that are used. That night, meaning that it's the night that it would happen, meaning that it was either the night preceding or the night following the day that it happens. Duh. If it were describing an instantaneous incident, it might, but not much, it might have a little more credibility, but it didn't. The words that night can be easily understood as the evening that follows or precedes the day of the prophecy, and says nothing about day and night being the same time at any two places on earth. And we come back to that scripture, if you really read it, just says that it's going to pluck one person and not the other in 3 different instances. One's in bed, one's in kitchen, one's in the field. Big whoopee ding. So that's gone. Let's go down a little bit further. Let's see. Oh yeah. A reference to a behemoth as a dinosaur in number 69. Behold now behemoth, which I made with thee. He eateth grass as an ox. Well, first, dinosaurs. There were some that were carnivorous, some that were herbivores. So that doesn't quite count. In the book of Job, both behemoth and leviathan are listed alongside a number of mundane animals, such as goats, eagles, hawks. leading many Christian scholars to surmise that Behemoth and Leviathan may also be mundane creatures. Scientists suggest that animals included were the water buffalo, rhinoceros, and the elephant. But the most common suggestion is the hippopotamus. There is not one mention of dinosaurs among Christian scholars.
Now, coming back to 19, in the reference to a global sphere, what they claim to be a global sphere, and talking about 2 time zones, even if it did reference a 2 different time zone thing, that scripture was written roughly about, let's see, what is it? Luke, which was 90 AD, and the earth was found to be, or assumed to be, a sphere about 500 years before that, and I will put the link that shows that right up there. So basically the last 10 scientific facts that they had in the Bible I have just discredited, and I think we can say for these 10, pwned.